Invincible finale. Brother, this guy's awesome.
I'm gonna be honest. It was an amazing finale. I wanted someone to die.
Someone did die.
But no.
Quite brutally.
You know what I mean. We talked about our prediction was something was gonna happen to Oliver.
Did you not for the entire episode feel like you're on the edge of your seat worried about Eddie and Oliver though?
Oh, I was right there. I think that's the only thing. I feel like I was teased. Like I had this anticipation of something, and then that's obviously just come from ourselves. We've like built this up, but it's like I was right there thinking something's gonna happen, and that's gonna be he's gonna snap, and I get it. Like
I've got two main things. Give Stephen Ewan all of the voice acting awards. He's phenomenal in this episode. The amount of pain and stuff he manages to pour out in this episode is crazy impressive. It sucks that he's had to back out of his role as Sentry in the MCU because he would have cooked. Secondly, I've known for a while at some point there's going to be I thought you were stronger bit, but I knew that was a thing that happened.
Okay.
But I didn't know when or where. So when I've loaded into this episode and I've seen the title is I Thought You Were Stronger, I was like, oh shit. What? How does... Oh.
Okay.
That was brutal and like gut-wrenching and like as much as we like Mark and like we know he's a good guy, it was actually kind of scary just watching him eviscerate this person.
Like letting, no longer holding back.
Yeah.
Do you know what's wild though? And it's like, it was only like a little bit after I'd watched the episode that kind of sunk in. This finale is essentially a mirror of first season finale. When you think about Omni-Man beat the shit out of Mark, covered in blood, he's now just done the same, and that just mirrors this whole thing of like him feeling like he just became his dad, and he scared himself in that sense. He's like, I am no different. The writing to do that, and the to visualize it in a very similar way, like that whole over a crater. It was almost like a mirror thing. Just switch out Omni-Man for Mark, which is
it is impressively good writing, and once again, it just adds to the argument of comic books and that kind of medium is still such true art form, not just in the physical drawings, but in the actual writing as well. Because wow,
we didn't get his new suit though.
We didn't.
I feel like we got
Spider-Man though.
Well, we'll get to that, but I feel like we got teased on his new suit because obviously the lower half was just black and blue.
Yeah,
that's all he was left in. Also, the title card, which we thought was leading up to the whole suit thing. I love how they've just got more creative this season with having random people be the ones that say, I feel cutting, like the random guy running down the street.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see how they do it next year. Or next season. I assume, based on what I know about the black and blue suit arc, where he's maybe a little bit more aggressive. I wonder if it's going to be a case where you've got villains going, oh shit, it's...
and they maybe
go that way instead.
That would be cool.
Because we've had him doing it, we've had casual, like, good people doing it. Now having people say it in a fearful way could be quite cool.
That would be. But yeah, the Spider-Man cameo.
So they clearly couldn't get the rights.
Yeah. It was clear.
They did such a good job for not being able to get the rights.
I love that they were like, they got voice actor lined up. They got the story lined up. They knew what they wanted to do. They probably went to Marvel and like, look, this is what we want to do. Will you let us use the Spider-Man branding? And they've gone, yes, for this fat check or something. And they've gone, well, we can't do that. And they're going, well, then no. And they've gone, okay, fine, we won't. And they've just gone to the artist and said, this is Spider-Man, this is
But it's
Dr.
not.
Ock, but do this in a way that we don't get sued.
I honestly thought to say to themselves it was going to be Professor Squid. But when he went Prof Ock, I was like, fucking hell, we are flying close to the sun, aren't we?
Well, he was called Agent Spider.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Still,
okay.
Agent Spider I think is a lot
Yeah,
fucking
true.
safer than Prof Ock.
As soon as it like he came through the portal and he was there, I paused because on Prime you can hover over and see, and I was like, okay, they are not calling it Spider-Man. It is Agent Spider. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I know what this is. This is what Connor was wanting, but not quite what he wanted.
So obviously in the comic it's a bigger interaction with Spider-Man. He gets stuck there for a while. But we get another little kind of homage to that Spider-Man scene later on with Batman.
Yes, the Batman teaser.
So when he's there with Batman
talking to
and
someone.
he's taking the piss out of his name,
Mm-hmm.
that actually happened in the Spider-Man interaction.
Okay.
So he's like, so you have the powers of a spider and you're a man, so you're called Spider-Man. Do you think that's a bit lazy? And then Spider-Man in Spider-Man fashion goes, what's your name? He's like, Invincible. He's like, don't you think that's a bit ambitious? And then he takes him to meet the Avengers.
Oh, okay.
And he introduces Iron Man. And then he tries to guess the rest. And I'm pretty sure he calls like Captain America Flagman.
Fair.
Which was really, really funny. So I enjoyed them like not wanting to lose out on that joke, but finding a different way to make it work.
Yeah, and like obviously that came probably partly they didn't want to push the Spider-Man thing too much.
Yeah.
And then also I do think with the rise of superhero media, like including DC, is like a clever nod as well to that side of things. I did enjoy like him starting. He's like, so you dress like a bat, and you're in this like dark clothes, and you go by. Do you not think that's? It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is Batman. I loved also all the classic like multiverse tropes of Zombieland and a nuked world and dinosaurs.
Did you notice the other big cameo that was doing the rounds on Twitter?
I don't know.
When he comes out of the portal and smacks him with the sniper rifle. That's
Yeah.
a gun from Fortnite. That's a Fortnite gun.
Wait, was it?
Yes.
I was like, that gun is really brightly coloured. I just kind of didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah, that is the bolt action or one of the snipers from Fortnite with a Fortnite skin on it.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Like people have found like the image in Fortnite of the exact same thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Because obviously Invincible's in Fortnite now.
Yeah.
So like they clearly have a decent relationship, which probably made that really fucking easy. But that's like a really funny way of nodding to that.
Yeah, I do like that. Because that's something that obviously wouldn't be in the comics.
And also a lot of Fortnite crossovers enjoy doing like side by side comics. So if they were like getting ready to do like a 4-issue Invincible miniseries on how Invincible ended up in the Fortnite universe, that is how right there.
Yeah.
Isn't it? He got thrown through a portal and that's how he got caught in the loop, whatever it's called.
That would be quite cool.
Yeah. But the way this episode kept me on the edge, worried about Debbie and Oliver, was so impressive.
And the constant, like, you're like, okay, maybe he's not going to do anything to them. And then he does something, another level up, and you're like, oh shit, no, they are about to, one of them's going to die. Then when he breaks Debbie's arm, I was like, oh, Mum's not going to die. This is it for Oliver. Oliver's done for. I really enjoyed like the whole fight sequence, essentially, of like how he kept tricking him into going through portals and playing him against himself. But when he eventually takes him on head first, and Mark's getting absolutely beat the shit out of, they go through portal after portal. When he then flips the switch and starts beating the shit out of him, when he's going mental and obviously losing himself, all that is like intense as it is. In my head, I'm just like, you're gonna get stuck there. You're gonna get stuck there. What are you doing? You're fucking this up. You're doing it wrong. And then obviously it takes him so long to suddenly like click. Oh shit! No, I'm stuck here now.
Yeah. And I'm really curious to know if we find out. I assume we do. What that alternate future where he doesn't get saved is like. Because they said we're from your Earth, but 20 years in the future, once we have the technology to do this and come save you. And he's like, I don't know if I'd have survived. And they're like, you would have, but you wouldn't have liked who you become. I'm just kind of like,
yeah.
Excuse me?
It was like, oh, we're going to tease you on what this has led to, but we're not actually going to give you it. He's actually going to.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we know, obviously, his portals don't work in space. Oh, sorry, they don't work in, space. It's like the portals are exactly the same place in each universe.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he's in the center of the same city. And we know this is a planet where the Viltrumites destroyed Earth.
Yep.
Does he like get found by the Viltrumites of that Earth and like become their leader? Does he like get indoctrinated into them and then he like becomes the dangerous, scary Viltrumite that he becomes it in other universes? Like,
well, here's
what
the
happens?
thing. They must have found him after he's been there for a long time, or is it they know he survived and what he became because he came back?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I take it as.
he obviously
survived, he became
found
something
some
and
way,
found his way back, yeah.
and then they're like, "Ah, shit, we need to find him before all this." And if you think about it, though, if he's on that planet, like dealing with that, talking to, he's gonna just spiral himself. You can imagine he just becomes this like crazed Viltrumite who then eventually escapes, gets back to Earth. It's 20 years. Everything's gone to shit.
A crazy hermit man with Viltrumite powers is not a vibe.
No, you can imagine he got back to Earth. Viltrumites are there taking over. He just goes like batshit. I also thought it was interesting how they were like, it took us 20 years because we had to get the tech. We have the free only portal things, and then we had to search universes. It's like that shows that maybe there's a potential they get this tech anyway. Now he's back, or did they not because they don't need it? There's like, and I also them like Atom Eve telling him, "I love you," might have messed up the timeline now. A lot of potential things could have changed.
I have got a strong feeling that this is not the end of any kind of time travel shenanigans or potentially time jump shenanigans. Maybe we like end an arc. He like defeats like an initial Viltrumite attack, and then we get like a 10-year time jump when the Viltrumites try again, and then we've got like a more grown-up Invincible and supporting cast, and we have different things to worry about.
Maybe.
I don't want to wait for season 3, Hori. I want it now.
Yeah,
this show is fucking phenomenal.
This is the problem because we also like the show ended with Alan rocking up on obviously on the ship like we discussed, and it was his plan. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here to get you out," talking telepathically, and then Omni-Man reveals, "I'm missing my wife," and it's like oh shit.
the funniest thing ever is, and I hate to get political, but we're going to just because it's so funny, is all of the right wingers who are like, "Oh, Omni-Man and Homelander are dope." I resonate with them so much. And then we've got us over here going, "Cool, Omni-Man's becoming a crying little bitch because he's realised he's hurt people's feelings and now he understands what that means." And Homelander is literally a crybaby. These are not the W's you think they are.
It's funny. It's like we've got two sides of it. Yeah, we got Homelander's being the crybaby, and we've got Omni-Man who's like suddenly going, "Wait, I'm actually thinking for myself and feeling things now. What is this? I'm confused."
I don't like that I've made people upset. I would love for like, I don't know where it goes. Like I know bits and pieces, but I don't know a lot about the rest of Omni-Man's arc. I would love him to turn into some kind of like pacifist hippie Viltrumite that just sits there with his legs crossed floating. He's like, I will never ever raise a fist again.
It just dodges everything rather than
Yeah.
fight back.
Yeah,
I love that he was
monk
like,
style, just
yeah, I remember you, alien guy, and he's like, it's Alan. my name's
Yeah,
Alan.
that felt racist.
It
I'm
was,
not
well,
gonna
it was almost like,
felt racist.
I remember you, but I didn't care enough to know who you are.
Yeah.
I
There's
can't
no
wait
way Debbie takes Nolan back, right?
No, surely not.
Like, it would take some doing, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe that's the happy ending, though. Maybe Mark creates a safe enough space where Nolan, Debbie, and Oliver go live somewhere far, far away, and they have their own little happy life together.
maybe.
Where Nolan can be a pacifist, Oliver can live without worry, and Debbie gets to have her husband around and raise the son.
Well, I mean, we know, obviously, like you say, I don't want to wait for season 3, but we know season 3 is there's gonna be a sick breakout for Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Whatever episode that is going to be such a cool fight. We're going to have Mark in a new suit, Mark in his training arc, getting better, getting stronger. Advancements in the Guardians of the Globe. What else can we expect? Obviously, there's going to be the Viltrumites that are going to probably arrive and want to fight. So,
I don't know a lot of the arc. I wouldn't be surprised if season 3 ends with like a first wave attack from the Viltrumite Empire that gets repelled, and then we get like another season and a half where they think that the Viltrumites have been dealt with, and then there's a bigger, scarier attack.
The actual attack rocks up.
Yes, and I do think you're right that, like the future Guardians of the Globe said, we have the time machines and we have the portal hopping technology. What if the Viltrumite Empire 20 years in the future gets hold of them now because of the change in timeline, and they go to all these parallel universes to gather more Viltrumites to build like a multi-dimensional Viltrumite Empire to resupply and attack together?
Maybe.
Because you know what the Viltrumites are like? Once they have enough power, they're not going to be happy with just dominating one universe. They're going to want them all.
True. That's a good point.
So I wonder if that's like the second wave attack.
That would be wild. But yeah, we've got to wait. All I can say,
it's just a year.
However long the wait is, I would much rather have a longer wait now and the season be ready rather than this bullshit 3-month mid-season thing again. Please don't do that to us again.
Never again.
I would rather have a between season wait be longer, and you give us like, I don't know, there's a 2-week mid-season break over Christmas or something, like an actual mid-season break, no longer than a month, somewhere between like 2 to 4 weeks. I'm fine with that, but like none of this 3-month gap. I'd rather wait now and it be ready. You give us it.
I completely agree. I'd rather have to wait 15 months to get the season straight than 12 months to have a 3-month break in the middle again. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
100%.